And now this is why you all need to start taking social media seriously, especially the people that are in business. I've seen a lot of people claim that, yo, I'm in business and I don't do social media, or it's for unsuccessful people or people that I know that are successful in business. Don't do social media. Okay, but most of those people, whoever their mentors are, that don't do social media are people that grew up in the traditional era, and they grew their brands from giving a lot of money to SABC, ZBC, and all these other BCs, MTVs, ZTVs, BTVs, for the brands that they're promoting to be popular, and to newspapers. The modern day newspaper is your news feed. The modern day newspaper is your Twitter. The modern day newspaper is your TikTok, like it or not. That's the modern day television. People spend more time on TikTok than television. And if people don't know your brand, they're not going to be moving with your brand. You know what I'm saying? If people are not aware that your brand exists, they're not going to be moving with your brand. Not because they don't want to, they are not aware. And they don't have too much exposure. They might be aware. You might have said it once, but once is not enough. Think about when you listen to that traditional radio. How many times a day do you get a surf advert? Omo, Coca-Cola, McDonald's. How many times a day do you see a billboard for Vodacom, MTN? How many times a day do you see a shop branded for MTN? They even got a whole rank. There is something called the mere exposure effect. Researched psychologists, they know what I'm talking about. The mere exposure effect. The more that you see something and it does no harm to you, the more that you just see it, you start to like it. That could be an affirmation. That could be a brand logo. Why do you think Nike is a valuable brand, Adidas, and you're prepared to pay more for that than a sneaker with a logo you don't know? It's because some of the top athletes that you look up to, they wear that. It's not because they use better material. They might. I'm not saying they don't. They might. But I don't think it's because of that. I don't think if the people that are competing with them used the same material to make their shoes, you'd buy it for as much as you buy Nike, Adidas, and all these other brands, Reebok. I think you buy it because you've seen it a lot, it's been endorsed a lot, even by the people you value. So there's classical conditioning getting into that. There's a lot of different psychological theories getting into what you value and why you value it. So you'd be naive if you're a small business if you thought you didn't need marketing. You'd be very naive. You need marketing. You need artists, because artists have replay value. That's why Pastor Java is investing in artists to do what he does. And look at where he's gone with that. Even the biggest brands, they're going to artists, sports people as well. Anybody who's doing something that's worth your attention, even when you don't think they're a marketer. There's a marketer somewhere who's sponsoring that to be in your eyes, so that they put their logo at the end. Otherwise, you never would have. There's so many talented people. And I always see people say things like, hey, my friends don't promote my business. Nobody shares. Nobody would share a Nike logo to the feed. even as big as Nike is, if there was a Nike photo, just a Nike logo, nobody would share that to the feed. What people share is if LeBron, and I don't follow sports, so I'm not saying this endorsed to that, so I'm just being random. LeBron, whoever, Jordan wore that thing and did whatever they do in that thing. That's how that thing gets shared. Because what those guys understood is the same thing. Your friends are not going to share your posts, they're going to share celebrity posts. So do you know what those guys do? They put their money in celebrities, in artists. And you should probably be doing the same. I don't think a lot of local artists. You think you're an entrepreneur, you think you're bigger than them. You're not. You should be in ties with all the local artists in your area right now. Give them a bag to promote. You guys are giving a bag to some other guys that nobody knows to distribute flyers in the morning that nobody's gonna read. Like I've been in Harare before and dropped off a bus, dropped off somewhere. Somebody gave me a flyer for something I don't need, and as soon as I walked 10 steps away from that person, I shoved that in the next bin, and so did my friend, and so did anybody who got that. But those people got paid. They're not artists. I'm not saying they shouldn't be getting paid. I'm saying there's people that have good material that people can replay, and you can get in front of them. You can get in front of their audiences. If somebody can replay something, because the mere exposure effect is about frequency. It's not about quantity of people that see it. No, the same person seeing something. So if somebody's got a fan base, no matter how small it is, of people who replay their stuff, and those people are endorsing your ideas, whether you're a political party, your ideas, whether you are an NGO, your ideas, whether you're a business, your ideas, whether you're not even commercial in any way, or an organization, but maybe it's your ideas culturally and you want other kids to have that, then why aren't you supporting that kid? Like, let's say, even if you're the person who's saying, like, you're not a business, you're an aunt, not entrepreneur, aunt, unclepreneur. I should start that word, unclepreneur. Father, mother, sister, brother, whatever it is that you believe in, but you're not an artist. You don't rap, you don't make jokes, you don't draw. It doesn't mean you're not valuable. Maybe you do other parts of society. Maybe you're fixing our roads, maybe you're the police, maybe you're a nurse. You don't rap, but your kids listen to rappers, but you want them to have certain values. Why don't you put your money in rappers who rap about the things that you want your kids to know, the things that you value? Those are your values, so you want them to be valued. And you should know the difference between cost, price, and value. This is the last idea I'm sharing, because I could go on and on. Cost, price, and value. What's going on? The cost of something is the amount of effort it takes to put it to place, and the effort includes a lot of things. It may include the rentals that you have to, the cost of running a surgery, that's the price of what you need to pay, the infrastructure that's there, the wearing out of equipment, the repairs, the labor. So that's the rent, the labor, the depreciation of what you use, because things are depleting, even the fixed things that seem fixed, like the dental chair, it's gonna die. It's got a lifespan. Things have a lifespan. You know what I mean? What we talking about? So that's the cost. The price is the cost plus the profit. After the labor, after everything else happens, the materials that people have to buy to do what they do, and everything else in between, plus the profit that they're adding on to that. That's the profit, right? Which makes the price. And then but the price is not the value. The price of something is not the value. The value is what the end user gets from it over and over again. That's the value. And maybe not over and over again if it's something like, if it diminishes quick, like a sweet or a chocolate. But what they gain from that, that's the value. So what's the value that you want? The value that you want for your kids is based on your values. And if your values are for your kids to be a certain way that is expressed in conscious music, then you gotta support conscious music. Why are you pirating conscious music? How's that guy gonna live and make money off that? And how's your kid gonna value that if they don't see that guy making a living? Even though you were making them listen to that because they value it, because you want them to value it, they can't value something where the person that you're asking them to value doesn't seem to be benefiting any value from it. So I just want to say, yo, let's all support good music and place money in it and pay for it. And even the artists, let's support value, because it starts from us. The bloggers, I ain't talking payola. I'm talking like PR services. Because the reason some of you guys get blue ticked and whatever, it's like, what? Okay, somebody work his ass off trying to make you get exposed to a certain crowd, and then when you start making the bag, you moving like, nah, I'm now being recognized by this platform or that platform, a platform that's bigger than the primary smaller platforms that recognized you, bro. Okay, that's cool. But that's why you're not getting that love. You know what I'm saying? So this applies for the fans. This applies for the promoters. The artists are giving you value. The artists, the promoters are giving you value. The DJs are giving you value. The bloggers are giving you value. And the fans are giving you value. But for the fans also, the artists are giving you value in terms of the content. So it's win, 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 win. When we do it right, you know what I mean? But streets yapping, you know what I mean? Streets yapping. And I'm your boy, MCPOTAR. Peace.